In 1994, I visited Palestine on a fact-finding mission regarding disabled Palestinians. I particularly wanted to learn about Palestinians who had been deliberately disabled by the Israeli military and gun-toting Zionist civilians. This Israeli policy of purposeful maiming of Palestinian men, women and children was actively pursued during the 1980s and 1990s in order to cripple and demoralise Palestinian families and communities. It was considered by the Zionist oppressor to be a more effective way of crushing Palestinian resistance and the liberation movement than killing, which creates heroic martyrs and thereby encouraging more insurgency. In January 1990, this 21-year-old newly married woman was shot in the head while bringing water from the well outside her home. The injury resulted in quadriplegia and cognitive deficits. Her eyes and her smile are her only means of communication. She is receiving intensive therapy, but her prognosis is poor.
Mohammed is a 26-year-old father from Gaza who returned home from work one afternoon only to be furiously beaten by Israeli soldiers. He suffered severe brain damage resulting in hemiplegia and paralysis of his right eyelid. He is now in an intensive rehabilitation program. This 19-year-old from Gaza was injured in January 1990 when he was hit by rubber bullets. One penetrated his left lung and caused severe hemorrhaging. Another lodged in his spine and caused paraplegia. 10 months after his injury, Ahmed is exploring a variety of vocational interests. Zaria was shot in the neck by Israeli soldiers in September 1988 when she was 18. The injury resulted initially in quadriplegia. She was a bitter, angry and depressed young woman. Zaria has made impressive progress both physically and emotionally. She now has nearly full use of her hands and is well adjusted to her handicap. In 1980, Jamal was beaten by soldiers after falling from the roof of a building. He sustained a spinal cord injury and became paraplegic as a result. In the 10 years since his injury, he has had recurrent complications related to his paralysis. In addition, his mother was killed, his house destroyed, and his brother sentenced to life in prison. Jamal is attempting to establish a home and business, but is encountering many physical and social barriers. Lulu, a 7-year-old from Gaza, was shot in the head by Israeli soldiers while returning from school. She was initially comatose and quadriplegic. Following intensive therapy, she regained the use of her right arm and leg and is able to sit for short periods. She has suffered severe intellectual losses. Her prognosis is poor.
There's someone else with a camera here.
طبعا أول شيء بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الأسم أكرم إسحاق رمضان المحتسب من مدينة الخليل، مواليد 65/20/4.
His name is Akram al-Muhtasib from Hebron, was born in April 1965.
تاريخ الإصابة 20/4/1987.
He was injured in the 20th of April 1978. 87, sorry. 87, yeah.
أنهيت الدراسة الابتدائية والإعدادية والثانوية إلى أنه سنتين مرحلة جامعية.
And he finished the elementary and the preparatory and the secondary school in Hebron, and also 2 years of Hebron University.
الحادث اللي صار معي وأنا في السنة الثانية بالجامعة.
The accident happened when he was in the second year of the Hebron University.
طبعا بالنسبة لي أنا كنت رياضي من الدرجة الأولى.
He was a sportsman, first class sportsman. He was training in April 1987, running for 5 or 6 kilometers every morning and every evening too, and because he wanted to make another race in the university. One day he was going out of the home at 7 in the evening to prepare himself for the race.
وأنا بركض في أجواء مدينة الخليل، لفيت من موقع قريب على مستوطنة كريات أروع.
While he was running training, and he was near to the settlement Kiryat Arba in Hebron.
Jewish settlement.
Yeah, Jewish settlement.
بجانب المستوطنة سمعت أصوات لم أفهمها، وإذا بإطلاق الرصاص على جسمه.
Near the settlements, he heard some voices, and he couldn't understand what was that. And after seconds, there was some shooting, and he was the victim. And as a result, he fell down, fainting.
He was shot in the back.
الرصاص أجى من المنطقة اليمنى.
The bullets came into his right side, and he fell on the floor for half an hour, fainting without any kind of treatment or first aid.
طبعا بعديها الإسعاف والشرطة والجيش تواجد في المكان.
And later the first aid, the ambulance car came, and the police and the soldiers came.
تم نقلي إلى مستشفى هداسة عين كارم في إسرائيل.
And they took him from Hebron to the hospital in Jerusalem, a Jewish hospital called Hadassah in Karen, Israeli hospital.
في أثناء الطريق يعني صارت عدة محاولات لتأخير عن المستشفى، وكذلك اللي هو بعض من الجيش كان يدخل السيارة المضايقة يعني.
During his trip from Hebron to the hospital, some soldiers was smoking in the car during he was bleeding, and sometimes they try to make the ambulance late by stopping him at the checkpoints and everywhere.
بعدين طبعا انتقلت إلى مستشفى هداسة، وأجرت إلي 4 عمليات جراحية في مرة. في نفس الإصابة.
And later when he arrived to the hospital in Jerusalem, Israeli hospital, they did for him 4 operations in his body because of the bullets.
الرصاص طبعا عرض كده بالنسبة للكبد والرئتين والحجاب الحاجز.
The bullets hit his liver and his lungs and other things inside.
Yes. طبعا ما أدى إلى شلل برضه في نفس الوقت.
And that as a result he became paralyzed.
10 شهور ونص في مستشفى هندسة.
And he spent 1 month and a half in Hadassah hospital.
بعد فترة بشهر أجريت كمان عملية لتلبك المصارين، صنعت شوية في المصارين، سويت كمان عملية جراحية في هندسة.
And after 1 month he did another operation for his intestines. They became like one body unit. They are not in the right shape, so he has to make them in the proper situation again.
ثم طبعا انتقلت لمستشفى المقاصد. قالوا لي انه دفعت عليك مصاري كثير يا اما نطردك، فطردوني طرد يعني.
They asked him to pay a lot of money at the hospital. It's about 22,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And he couldn't pay that, and they kicked him out of the hospital. So he went back to the Arabs hospital in Hebron first. Then, because the treatment there is not good quality because of the lack of facilities, they took him from Hebron to Al-Maqasid hospital. It is a Palestinian hospital in East Jerusalem.
The people that shot him, did anything happen to them?
شو صار للناس اللي صوبوك؟ أي شيء صار لهم؟
الواقع أنا رفعت قضية ضد هذا المستوطن اللي طخدي، لأنه العرف أنه مستوطن، ولا زالت القضية جارية إلى غاية الآن.
He complained to the police about the settler that shot him, and the court still did not decide anything about him.
في البداية طبعا حققوا معاه أبو نص ساعة زمان وبعدها روحوا على الدار.
In the beginning they questioned the settler for half an hour and they sent home and he's still home.
So you know who shot you?
تعرف من الطف.
Yes. I see him in the court.
Oh, and he saw him in the court also.
Yeah. Did the settler deny that he shot him?
المستوطن أنكر المضخات؟
لا ما أنكرش، ولكن وضع حجة على إنه أنا إرهابي أو إنه أنا بدي أسوي شيء.
He did not deny that he shot him, but he said, excuse that he thought that Akram was going to hit him because Akram was running in his training suit, and he thought that that's dangerous for him, so he shot him. This is the excuse. He shot him.
Does Akram feel that his life has finished, or does he feel that it's just beginning?
يعني بتشعر ان حياتك انتهت بالعفو ولا انها بدات من جديد؟
والله بالنسبة لي ما أقدرش أقول انتهت وما أقدرش أقول ابتدت، لكن إجمالا يعني كتكييف للوضع اللي أنا بعيش فيه. يعني أنا مثلا في البداية كنت مكيف مع وضعي كإنسان عادي، تكييف مع الوضع اللي أنا بعيش، والآن برضه انتقلت لمرحلة ثانية أنا بعتبرها يعني ولادة جديدة. يعني هذيك حياة هيك شبه، أنا هيك يعني تفكيري يعني هذيك شبه حياة وهذه حياة جديدة، فأنت بدك تتعود هذه الحياة الجديدة.
Yes, he can't say that his life finished and he can't say it start, but that was a stage. It is finished as a person who was undisabled body, but now he is a disabled bodied person, and his life is begin from this point that he is disabled, and he thinks that he has and he is doing very well with his new life.
What are his hopes for the future?
شو أمالك بالنسبة للمستقبل؟
أمال الواقع كثيرة يعني صحيح. طبعا كأمال شخصية يعني يكون لي بيت وزوجة وأطفال، حياة يعني أي حياة بيطلبها أي إنسان عادي يعني.
He has many hopes, but personally he would like to have his home and his own wife and children and to live his normal life. أماني عامي.
الأمانة العامة طبعا إنه إحنا كشعب فلسطين يعني يكون له وجود يعني أو كيان اللي يشعر واحد فيه الإنسان المعاق أو غير المعاق، إنه لما يجي من الخليل على منطقة رام الله ما يكونش هناك حواجز عسكرية أو إنه منطقة القدس ممنوعة، يعني يشكر الإنسان بالحرية يعني أقل شيء.
And his larger hopes is as Palestinians and as a disabled to have a free country, to have independent country, to go from everywhere to another very freely, without any kind of checkpoints and any work of problems between cities and Palestinian areas.
Yeah.